City. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Yellow. On the line. Check. Hey, 15.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Kill.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
43. Silver. Bang.
Yellow.
Alert 3. 6 guy. Check 6 guy.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a trunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Mostert. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And a gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Yellow. Check.
Watch the shit. Hey. Watch out.
And he's got room. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line.
Switch.
Check 37. Motion. Shoot.
Kill. Turn it up.
Kill 57. General. West.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Check 50.
Go.
Hey, 57.
Rush in. You go tight. You got tight right there.
Hey, check 24. Check 43.
Tighten up.
Yes.
Joker. Check 26. Slam. Hey, alert 3. He's checking.
And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. Go to base.
Attack.
Hey, here I come.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Fight on these two. Go on, Eddie.
Switch up, switch up.
49, check 49, check 49. Hey, 43. Hey, Sunday. Hey, 57.
Shut that. Motion.
Attack.
Shift. Check 4.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check 13. Check 13.
Hey, watch edge.
Pick the edge. Come.
Check 3.
25. Check 25. Check 25. Yellow.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
43. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Switch.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Win championships, baby. Watch the safety. Hey, Ridley. Mecole, 132 fight. Attack.
Smoke. 43's the mic. 43's the mic.
All day, dog.
Watch safety.
Hey, 57.
Safety's creeping.
Tight dog.
And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Time to go. Night.
Sponge. Attack.
No. Check safety.
Pilot, 64, weak.
43's the mic. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Shift. Watch the shift.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Kill. Jack.
Here's Mostert. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Jackson. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
It's 1st and goal, a chance for the first points of this AFC title bout. Jackson. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd down and goal. Jackson. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. And Jackson throwing once more. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough.
Check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. Check 99. Check 99. Kill.
To throw again is Jackson. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. A 5-yard touchdown catch as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more.
To put it mildly.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, 57 colors. SOS. Here we go. Motion.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
He's not going to get me. Undercrush. Safe. Wide. Get wide.
45's the mic. You better bring it.
Then to give this time to the tailback. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. This is Mostert. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Jam, 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 jam.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
Check, 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 check. 36, 36. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on 4th down.
43. 15, 15. Hey, 15, 15, 15.
Scott, motion.
Attack, attack.
Switch. Hey, if you kill it, motion me out.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Check 24, check 24. Watch twist. Check 3, check 3. Back.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Hey, 50 the mic, 50 the
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Kaiser. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Check hot route. Hot. Hey, switch gears. Orbit. 45, Mike, 45. Drop deep. Check nickel. Hey, motion. Check. Lucky. Hayward.
Kaiser just getting the play off. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
His pass, incomplete. Intended for Raheem Mostert. Results in a 4th down.
Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down.
Check. Go. 45. Mike, 45. Squeeze. Get ready.
Kaiser to throw for it on 4th. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. This fielded at the 2. He can't get him down. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the gun, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
We own them. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, rest. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. No, stay at home. What? Stay at home. Stay at home.
Now Mostert. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Darren Lee there to get him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
And to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
Check 50. Check 50.
Rush in. You go tight. You got tight right there.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Tight slow. Bravo. Shit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Watch the pass. Check it. Slam. 45, Mike, 45. Here we go. Hey, alert 3. He's checking. Crash. Double up. Check.
Now they try the right side here. He's got the first down here inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Check 4.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check. Fresno. Check 13.
Now a handoff looking right. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from the 20 as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's go one more.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First down, a run with Cohen. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now it's Jackson. This is the tight end Fant. 2nd catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, Denver.
One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
A give to Cohen. He heads right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now Jackson throwing again. Dancing to his left. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Operating from the gun, Jackson steps away to his left toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our fourth quarter tie. Marr able to put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Get around. Rest. Tight dog. Sponge. No. Zip it. Go get him. Check safety. Shift. Watch the shift.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And some space here. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
Kill. Hey, turn it out. Go. Kill. Jack. Shift. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 99.
Now they try the right side here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Broncos' 37-yard line.
Kill. Go. 43 is the mic. Watch the curl. Shift. Under 10.
And to give this time to the tailback. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now a handoff looking right. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
And it's third down.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game. Jackson now. From the gun, he'll throw. He's got his tight end Fant. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
First down, Broncos.
Here's Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Broncos first down.
This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
Check 31, check 31. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Now Cohen. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Jim, 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 Jim. Check box at the 6. Move it now. Check pass, check pass.
Again, it's Cohen. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And it brings up third down.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it all rests now on the right foot of Brett Maher. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it all rests now on the right foot of Brett Maher. This for a trip to the Super Bowl.